Rest in peace, James Earl Jones. So, if you're watching now, welcome to One Six Figure Focus. This is episode number 54, I believe, of the Hope Show, a weekly live stream dedicated to 1/6 scale collecting in general, movies, pop culture, that kind of thing. I do apologize for my lateness. I'm just going to say, actually, no, I was about to say I was inefficient with my time. When I logged in, my camera was not being picked up. The laptop camera or the iPhone camera that I normally stream it wasn't being picked up by StreamYard, so I had to close everything and then re-find all the tabs I wanted to use. But look, we'll get stuck into it. Then we got Trevor, aka 1/6 Shooter. Thanks very much for joining us here today, this evening. We got Phil, Rogue One Photography, and of course we have Ian. So we have a nice, I think four is a good way to fill up the screen there. I think it looks good. How are we, gentlemen? Any crack?
Very good.
Good. Long day.
Very good.
We I think this time last week towards the end of the show, I saw one or two comments in the live chat saying rip James Earl Jones, but I wasn't sure if we're just about to end the show, and I wasn't entirely sure if it was true or not, so I decided to wait until after and suss it out for doing anything. But yeah, rest in peace, James Earl Jones, the man who I suppose brought Vader to life. It was a team effort by all things, all accounts. You had Sebastian Shaw for the face, you had James Earl Jones for the iconic voice, you had Dave Prowse for the man in the suit, and then I don't remember the stuntman's name.
Yeah, the stunt guy.
Is,
can't remember him.
We'll just call him Stunt Guy, but the force was
Poor
strong
dude.
with him too. Yeah, so that's a
Sure.
collaborative effort, but in fairness, if I believe Dave Prowse didn't realize that, because I think he was saying the lines, but didn't realize that his voice wasn't going to be used, and there was a joke on set that they used to call him Dart Farmer because he just didn't have that voice.
Yeah.
It didn't suit the kind of I suppose an
You can go watch
intergalactic
that. Like they have behind the scenes of that, of him doing it,
Yeah.
and it just sounds. Oof. If
Raw.
that was it,
Yeah. Yeah.
would have been a different
Really cool.
different movie.
Yeah, really cool. But yeah, it's I suppose 2 weeks ago we spoke about it was I thought it was a very interesting conversation, but it was very morbid. But it's funny when you get older. Sometimes some of your heroes are taken from you when you're really young, and when they were too young for the likes off the top of my head. The Heath Ledger. I mean, come on, what was he? 28, 29? Very, very young, and had his demons, obviously. And then, like, James Earl Jones, he lived and he was 93, which is, God, if we could, I'd take that, you know? And, but it's kind of sad the way, like, I saw this photo, I think I shared it in our group, it had all the Force ghosts, it had a picture of the cast, and it had, like, Harrison and Mark Hamill were obviously still alive, so that was a regular photo. But I'm not sure, I'm not sure it wasn't actually a photo of them all together, or did someone like Photoshop it to make it look like they're all together?
There's James Earl Jones wasn't in there, but yeah, that's a real photo. The rest of them, I believe. Yeah.
All right, but the rest of them look like Force ghosts. So we obviously Carrie Fisher, Kenny Baker, is it Peter Mayhew?
Yep.
I think Jeremy Bulloch might have been there as well. So there's a lot of them. Yeah, rest in peace, James Earl Jones. Folks, right from the start, do you know what? We'll just the people have waited. We got 36 people watching. Do you want to get straight into the snap?
Let's go.
Let's go.
I have allowed myself to be inspired by the truly inspirational drops that we got today. So I've gone old-fashioned and pitted figures against figures. But remember, sometimes snapping things is a good thing. So if you could get rid of one of these so it was never actually announced, what one was it be? And before you ask, folks, no, you can't snap both of them. Which one would you just Thanos snap out of existence? Phil, go on, tell us. Which is the more evil one here?
I'd snap Batgirl because I like the design of that Batman. The gold is a bit rubbish, don't get me wrong, but it's sort of that Arkham Knight game design, isn't it?
We will be talking about these figures later on. I'd actually get rid of the Batman because I think I think it's kind of silly looking. I think at least the Batgirl, like, well, I'm never going to get any of these, and I will never play the game. And I know that there's probably someone out there. I reckon there's people out there who go, I played the game, and the regular versions of these are great, and I have them in my collection, but they still don't want these. But I think maybe the purple looks kind of cool, but I snap the gold. I go opposite. What about yourself, Ian?
I would snap the Batman, because if I snap the Batman, it means that Batgirl wouldn't be there either.
Okay, I see your
Wow.
logic. You're totally cheating, though. But yeah.
That's some
You know
logic.
what? For the purpose of this, I can't argue with that logic. Trevor, which one is the worst out of the two
There's
here?
no logic to that.
I don't know, like these are pretty bad. It's funny. It's like have you seen? I'm going somewhere with this. Have you seen Whiplash?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Fantastic great movie. Fantastic performance by Miles Teller. But I think J.K. Simmons really steals the show.
Mm-hmm.
But he's describing something. He goes, you know what the two most damaging words in the English language are? Good job. Soon as people hear it, human nature, you often stop trying. So it's like they did this T-800, which we're gonna gush over. I wanted to do like an individual stream yesterday about this. Like they took one of, if not the best Hot Toys ever done, and it still holds up. They took it, increased the paint applications, made them better. I think the sculpt's essentially the same, but the texture and the hair looks better. The paint apps look better. 2 leather jackets, the leather pants, a much better base. And no, it's not a rocket launcher. They didn't give us a rocket launcher. That thing that they included that didn't come with the DX13 is not a rocket launcher. Have you watched the movie? It's actually tear gas. The tear gas canisters. We'll get to that. And then it was like, good job. And then they just went, today. But you know what? You need releases like this because this is great. This is just like your wallet's safe or whatever. But
Yeah.
sorry, Trevor, which one would you get rid of?
Oh, I'm getting rid of that Batman. That's ridiculous. I mean, just the gold. Yeah, that's stupid. The Batgirl, like, I didn't play this game either. I think the designs are really cool. And if I like the game, I might be tempted by the Batgirl only because, like, that's the classic, 66 and Silver Age like look. But yeah, I don't know who played the game, why you'd necessarily want that. I mean, it's a good game by all accounts, but like, how many figures do you need from this,
Fair. But even I think the people who played the game would probably want the versions that look like in the game. But
yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah,
Yeah.
they probably already have them if they liked it that much, and
Yeah.
I don't know why you'd need these.
there's no easy choices here, Trevor.
No, I know.
Speaking of awful figures, these are the figures that if people, I don't want to sound like an entitled brat, if they were gifted to me, the person might get a little smack. It's like, do you know me? What do you think
Foist
I
these
collect?
upon
Have you
me.
spoken to me for 5 minutes? Anyone want to jump on this grenade?
Venom Pool's gone. I wouldn't buy the armorized Deadpool, but I do have the War Machine Punisher, so I guess side by side on the shelf they might look kind of cool, but that's the only reason I'd keep that.
Okay. So this that armorized Deadpool might actually fit into a Deadpool display if people have bought the
Yeah.
Deadpool core.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. Ian.
Oh, I think local Lou will be stirring somewhere
Uh,
with this one.
And again,
yeah.
you gotta if this is your bag, this is your bag. I'm just you know the way sometimes, like, as content creators, there's a bit of like, you're not going out of your way to annoy people, but sometimes you just have to call it. Just throw your opinion out there. It shouldn't bother anyone. It's like if someone went, the Dark Knight trilogy is the worst trilogy ever made. It's not Batman. It's terrible. Christian Bale can't act. Heath Ledger's performance is overrated. Someone's going to clip that. But like, and I would say, yeah, that's grand. Don't agree with any of it. Absolute nonsense. But I'm not going to get emotional about it. You know what I mean? So, sorry, Ian, go on.
Yeah, no, I think this is a great snap. I really like this one, Shane. These aren't my thing, but I would snap Venom Pool because when I look at the armorized Deadpool, it's kind of, Iron Man, Japanese. There's something about it that could work somewhere in a collection more than whatever that Venom Pool is. So that's my reason.
Fair. And Phil, these are two of your grails.
Yeah, definitely. Snap the Armored. Keep the Venom Pool.
It's interesting when we're backed into a corner that the whatchamacallit, the choices are just the answers are so unpredictable. All right, so yeah, I get rid of the Venom pool. Yeah.
Oh man, this is gonna be like this, huh?
It's just they're just bad, man. They're just bad. Anyone?
Panthers go in. Keep your eye, man.
I tend to agree. The Panther being like, this is like the Transformer one, right? Like it was like, yeah, that was kind of cool feature. I mean, Listerine Iron Man, I don't know.
I love the way people call it the Listerine Iron Man.
I'd probably snap Listerine Iron Man. I just think the feature of the Panther is kind of cool. It's just different.
Yeah,
You go right next to that armored Deadpool and my War Machine Punisher.
I think I get rid of the Black Panther here. Just the Transformer type thing. They're both terrible, but no. Ian.
Yeah, I would snap the Black Panther. At least the Iron Man, it could classify as the stealth aspect. I'm clutching at straws. Both not my thing. So yeah, Black Panther.
Cool.
So
good stuff. We'll address the chat really quickly. We got Rogue One Photography. Obviously, Phil is here with us. We have got what's it? Chill with the Lil. We have got Shiny. It's metal. It's metal weird that because the endoskeleton had to be made to match Arnold's face and body structure, that technically all the T-800s look a bit like Arnold. I've never seen that. I don't know. Then again, I've never seen Arnie's skeleton, and also Shiny. I can't tell if there's a joke in there that I'm just missing. We got Trevor here. We got Thalia Meyer. Good stuff. We have got who else? We got Ryan Smith, channel member. Podcasts are built on hope. In this case, hope that I actually show up. We got Stanley in here as well. Good stuff. Caffeinated Comic Fan. We got Mark Mitchell, channel member. Thanks very much for being here. Of course, we got Agent Silver Fox, channel member, panel member, and a mod. We've got who else we have here? Mitchell Lawrence passing through. We got Lewis as well. Thanks a million. Thanks for being here. Who else we got? We got T Ria. We got the fact checker. What do we call him? Sick note. He's not here again today. Not sure if it's business or pleasure this week. What was your excuse this week? Sorry, let me fact check you on that. Only joking, Jose. We're looking forward to having you back. These guys aren't getting away with it today. Two of these have to go head to head against each other. Who's it going to be? Boba Fettuccini is channel member. Thanks very much. Actually, Boba Fettuccini recently, I think, upgraded from... I'm not sure, did he upgrade from Trooper to Commander, or did he... I think maybe he just rejoined, but he's a Commander now, and I've updated the banner as well, just to be sure. He's at the top of the banner now because he's the latest Commander. Thanks very much for that. I do appreciate that kind of support. And speaking of new channel members... we have a panel member and channel member. Thank you very much, Trevor. Appreciate the support.
Yeah, I've been meaning to remedy this every time I'm on the show. When I get on the show, I forget to do it, like because I don't want to interrupt and like go over. And then when I get off the show, I forget to do it. So
you're never going to hear me give out. You're never going to hear me give out because someone drops a super chat or it becomes a channel member, Trevor. But I do appreciate that. I do appreciate that.
Believe me, it's been something like every time I get on, I'm like, I forgot to do it again.
Yeah, I know, man. I really appreciate that. So.
Welcome to the club, man.
To get that True Lies reference in there, I do appreciate that. Thank you. And of course. If you're still channel member on the 21st of October, you'll be in the draw because the
nice
channel and if a panel member is a channel member, it's still whether we do a duck race or a random selection or whatever it is, they can still participate in some pretty cool. Actually, I won't interrupt. There's a time and a place for that. I'll explain about that later on. We got Doc Bat. We got JB is here as well. Brilliant stuff. Bot Anderson, Vader fight coordinator. Is that the stunt man, JB? Thanks very much for that. We got Neelerific, channel member as well. We got Gilbert Hartman here as well. JB saying snap them both. I think there was a lot of people saying that. We got Kitty Pride here as well. Yomo, recent channel member. Thank you very much for joining. I'm very far behind. We got Austin Collects. Great having Austin Collects here as well. Who else do we got? Should have been Nightwing. We got Mark Attack. Snap them both. It's very, very... Today wasn't Hot Toys' best... It's funny. They had, like I said, they had the best and they had the worst in 1 week. Someone sneak one of these to Shane's front door. Oh, please don't. How's it going? 4 snaps in a row. Yeah, that's funny. So Mark's just saying snap them all. Good stuff. We got Jim Collector. He's away on holidays. He's packing. Enjoy your holidays. Well deserved. Thanks very much for just joining in today. We got Big Ribs here as well. We got David. We need a clean T-800 that could be coming. Judging from Yixie's Instagram post with a clean Arnold, which looks like a T2 Arnold. It's a custom work for Hot Toys, so I'm guessing that that's a clean one is coming as well. The Humble Collector UK is here. Oh, we got Mario El Profesoro. We were speaking of Vader, and he felt a disturbance in the Force. Thanks very much.
I like Shiny's comment.
What was Shiny's comment? Which one? Which one?
He's telling me that for the membership, you can just cancel the direct debit at the bank before it goes through.
Yeah. Thanks for this important information. Okay, so we're gonna go straight into another topic before we go through like explain channel and giveaway and all that kind of stuff. So where is the grid? Phil, do you want to choose?
Okay, what have we got? Is that a crystal ball or a snow globe?
It's a Palantir, right?
No, that's a crystal ball. So given that we have just had a 2.0 of arguably the greatest ever Hot Toys ever made, or one of, probably top 5, I'd imagine. I think if we did a comprehensive list, I reckon I'd be very surprised the DX13 wasn't in the top 10, but it would probably make the top 5. Whether you're a Terminator fan or not, you have to appreciate the artistry in that. This probably opens the door. We've also seen Han Solo. We've also seen the yellow and blue Wolverine suit. They've gone back and, like only last year, did our 2.0 Keaton. Granted, it wasn't perfect, and it's the year where there's very little coming out. We've had one MCU movie, no shows, thankfully, and not too much else, no Star Wars movies and stuff like that. So it's our opportunity to go back and do 2.0s of some classics. We've seen the Jungle Hunter teased. We saw that. Well, I actually think it was the DX13 tease. I don't think it was the upgraded version. I think they just put that there, and because it looked the same as this one behind me, but then obviously the new version is better. The question is, what predictions? What do you think they're going to do? Now let's not do pie in the sky. Let's actually think. What do you think they will realistically drop within the next 6 months to a year? Trevor, what do you reckon?
I would like to see, and I think that they may do, now that the Alien movie's out. I don't know if it. I think it did pretty well. I don't think it was like a bomb, but it was. I don't know if it was a huge hit, but I know it did pretty well. I loved it. I thought it was great. I know you guys differ on that, but I had fun. I would like to see the Big Chap come out because that's something that I missed. Maybe just updated, upgraded. I'd love to see that happen. Not necessarily the Alien from that movie, but the Big Chap would be cool.
Cool. I wouldn't object to that. I'd love if they actually give us a Alien branded Big Chap in the same way that this Terminator is Terminator 2.
Yeah.
Also,
Mm-hmm.
It's the 40th anniversary of T1.
Yeah.
Where? Like, Ian just... It's funny. I sent the link to Megan yesterday, and I was like, yeah, there's a birthday present there. And it was the Steelbook for the 40th anniversary 4K Terminator. Then Ian linked it today, but yet Hot Toys can't coordinate. I'm not complaining.
Yeah,
that DX46 is epic, but come on, like, it is the 40th anniversary. Give us the something from the Terminator 1, like, you know.
Yeah.
So you reckon big chap?
The exoskeleton. Yeah, I'd like to see that. I'm just in an alien like mood. I would love to see the Ripley from Aliens come out again. That would be cool. Maybe give us an artisan Ripley. You know what I mean? Like either from the first or probably the first movie. The second movie there is kind of short, but I would love to see that. That'd be great. I've been contemplating getting my Ripley haired for a while, and I'm just waiting for that to happen. So I think that kind of stuff is all coming back.
Yeah. Like I'm not going to argue if it's big chap branded Alien or Aliens. There's going to be no argument. It's going to be like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's branded Romulus, that will put me off. Unless it's, I don't want to spoil this, but you probably know where I'm going with this. If it is in fact big chap, I'd probably get over it. But I prefer if it was branded Alien or Aliens. But like I think that's realistically could happen.
I think that would happen. Yeah, I don't think they would just rebrand it Romulus. You know, because there's some differences there. So,
what do you think yourself, Ian?
Yeah, I think realistically, Ripley from Aliens, I'd be into that. I would like that.
with the loader.
Would you prefer Alien, artisan, wool hair, jumpsuit, or would you prefer short? She's kind of slightly shorter hair, I think, in Aliens, with the taped together pulse rifle and flamethrower. Which one would you prefer if they only did one?
Oh, number 3, the little top and panties. I'm joking. No, I'm not.
I knew as soon as I was saying it, he will not be able to resist or filter this. But which one would you prefer, the Alien or
It would
Aliens?
be Aliens, I think. I'd take them both, but
Yeah,
that'd be quite a nice 2-pack.
yeah, but steady on. Right. Never going to happen.
I'm not
Never
sure
going to
if
happen.
The
I'm not
loader,
sure
though,
if
I'd love to
it'd
see
be
the
in the
loader.
next 6 to
Loader, yeah.
12 months, but Bruce Lee DX04, Bruce Lee's still absolutely massive in Asia, especially China. It would sell very, very well. So that's due an upgrade. So I think that will come at some point.
I can see them doing a big chap. I think Alien Ripley is probably wishful thinking, and I don't care if it was an Alien or Aliens. I just think it'd be awesome, either one. So like I wouldn't really mind. I see Jose's comment about Sarah Connor 2.0. Like the T-1000 needs a 2.0. Sarah Connor needs a 2.0. I think the only figures that they did really, really, really good from the Terminator movies was the Terminator themselves. Like I just don't think that Sarah Connor holds up particularly well, or the T-1000. I've often wanted to go back, but I still even think that would pale in comparison to it. I think there's a quality difference between the DX13 and the T-1000, to be honest. People mightn't agree with that, but I'm not going to turn down a reissue, or no, sorry, a 2.0 of a T-1000 to Sarah Connor. Maybe even the DX10 with the improved paint apps, and that one was leather, with minigun, stuff like that. I think they're going to get more Terminator stuff. My prediction would be, honestly, I'm going to play it safe. I think they're just going to give us a 2.0 of the DX10. That was the one that was leather. Yixie's just had the clean sculpt. They're obviously going to use it for something. Unless
Exoskeleton.
I wonder, could they do that scene when he's in the t-shirt with Miles Dyson and they have the exposed arm? That's my prediction. I'm going there. I reckon that when they do that, they're using the clean head sculpt. His head was clean at that stage, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. I think so.
That was before they went to Cyberdyne. So before he used the minigun, before all that, they were at Dyson's house, and he pulls up his hand. They go show him, and he cuts all. I wonder, will they give us the clean version of the DX10, which DX10 was clean, but give us that ability to swap out the hand for the exposed
That's a
endoskeleton
good feature.
I think that could be a thing, and an endoskeleton. They're my predictions.
Yeah.
What do you think, Phil?
I think we'd do a Grogu 15.0 running one now.
Yeah,
Surely.
true. With improved paint apps.
Yeah, 100%.
Seamless hands.
Artisan.
Different
Yeah, artisan
hand positions.
toga thing.
Yeah, rooted
that he
hair.
always wears. Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah.
No, I agree with Trevor. I think we're going to get some form of Xenomorph, hopefully Big Chap 2.0. Surprised they haven't already announced something, to be honest. But
JB saying Ripley power loader. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Pretty damn cool. Caffeinated
long
Comic Fan
overdue.
is saying Farm Boy Luke. It's only a matter of time before they do a 2.0 of something from New Hope.
It's going to
Would that be
happen.
fair?
yeah, Black
gonna
Series
happen.
have just announced one, haven't they? And another one.
It's going
I
to
think
happen.
Sometime
I don't know if they're
hot.
going to wait till the 50th. What is that in 2 years?
Yeah,
3 years?
3.
3 years.
24. Yeah, sorry.
Shiny Shiny says, remember that time when Daenerys was in Terminator? No, I don't, because there's 2 Terminator movies. And there is one, I'm going to say decent, Terminator animated series. Is anyone watching Terminator
I've
Zero?
heard this. No, I haven't watched it yet.
Like
But I heard
Fiala
it's
was just
great.
asking.
I don't want to hype this up, but I watched the first 5. Okay, I've watched the first 6 episodes. But I was more engaged in what happened in the first 5 minutes of the first episode than I was in any Terminator movie post Terminator 2.
Wow.
It's
Cool.
it's a cool enough story, and they get away with a bit more because it's animated. So I'm not saying it's like 5-star must see TV, but there was parts of it I definitely I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it.
I think we need more animated like sequels to these movies. You know, like Star Wars stuff. I really like the Blade Runner
Like Blue
anime
Harvest.
that they came out with. This is really good. Yeah, I'd like to see more of that. There's some great anime now, so that'd be cool.
Transformers 1 is getting rave reviews as well, isn't it? Apparently?
I saw the ad for that. It really just no.
Yeah, I know it's for me, but I heard I heard
No.
people who were poo-pooing it are like changing their minds a little bit.
Yeah, and like I know well that when that song "You Got the Touch" from Stan Bush kicks in at the start of the animated movie, I know that's pure nostalgia and it's a cheesy 80s song, but I love it. I absolutely love it. But now that I'm watching the ad for that thing, and no, that's not really floating my boat now, to be honest. But Brian, yeah, do check it out, man. I'm not promising that it's groundbreaking TV. And to be honest, there's some parts of the movement in the animation I'm like, that's not great. But there is parts of it, particularly the design of the T-800s in the future, really cool. Do you know what? You know that animated sequence in Kill Bill?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like that is my favorite part, I think, in the whole 2 movies. I absolutely love that. It's not on that level. It's not on that level. And I love Kill Bill, but it's not on that level. But it's there's something along the lines. Or
Definitely gotta watch it.
did you ever watch? Did you remember after they released? I think it was Matrix. It was Matrix. Was it the second one, Reloaded? I think it was. They released this little thing called the Animatrix. 7
Yes.
different standalone stories from within the
Yep.
Matrix by different artists. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, they did
They're
something
good
similar with
watches.
Blade Runner 2049.
Cool, did they?
had like a little, yeah, it was little vignettes, and I think it was multiple, or maybe there's just one, but it was a real short story. It was really cool though. Animation was really nice too.
Yeah.
It was on the DVD. I don't know if it's anywhere else, but
I was watching a video game called Terminator Resistance that plays like a true sequel to T1 and T2. I was watching something, I was listening to something during the week and they were saying about like how Edward Furlong was meant to be in Terminator 3, but just just partying too hard and he'd major addiction issues, and it's just a pity, like, because he had talent. You watched American History X?
yep,
I thought he was really good in that, man. You know,
absolutely.
what could have happened? Mike says, just like Focus is ignoring the other Terminator movies in the same. I'm not ignoring any movies. There are 2. There's no one ignoring anything. There's 2 movies.
I kind of like the Sarah Connor Chronicles at first, the TV show. It kind of
I
went
never
nowhere,
actually
but
watched it. Linda
it's pretty
Hamilton,
good.
she's not actually in it, is she?
No. It's what's her name from Game of Thrones and Dread.
It's Lena.
She's
Headey,
great.
no?
Yeah, Lena Headey. She's good. She was good. I liked her a lot.
Megan came in.
Never
the
really
other
went
day and
anywhere, though.
She said, "What are you watching?" I was like, oh, "I'm watching Terminator Zero," and she goes, "What's it like?" And I said, "Look, it's." I explained a brief synopsis of it, and then kind of said it is literally the only movie that I've been excited about. Only Terminator movie I've been excited about since Terminator 2 because. And she went, "Whoa, wait a second. There are more movies than Terminator 1 and 2." And I just went, "Things like that. That's why I'm marrying you." Do you know? So well played. But she wasn't joking. I was like, yeah, I just didn't let her watch the other ones. I just want to, yes, Keith, Blitz 0065, yes, the Animatrix was pretty cool. Maybe Disney stole that idea from Star Wars. I don't know. Furlong Red and Ledger signed a contract for T3 and to celebrate. Oh, right. Yeah, that'll do it. That's unfortunate. I wonder how much does he like play that over and over and over and over in his head loud, as in like, if I hadn't done that, you know, like how different is life. I'd say that's haunting. We got X-Men Supreme, Salvation. Just didn't float my boat, man. I don't know. That's something about the state. I don't know. I couldn't get into it. All right. So, Ian, what do you want to talk about? Just before you answer, actually, Ian, sorry. Do you is there anyone else on the panel have anything they think is definitely going to happen? So far, we've had big chap possibility of Ripley, them revisiting the Terminator line, Sarah Connor and stuff like that, or.
Well, maybe that's what's under Batman, so I won't bring that up. I don't know.
Okay. What you want to talk about, Ian?
Let's go for new.
Okay. What you get new this week?
Yeah, it was the past week. I got the custom 89 cape.
Jackson Chew?
No. It's from. I keep forgetting. I apologise. He messaged me. Lim Buden. So from the States, it was only $25. It's really unbelievable cape. Completely changes the 89 figure. Because that Hot Toys cape is really horrible.
Does it fix the texture?
Yeah, give me 2 ticks.
It does. It covers it right up. Phil, while he's going getting that, anything new this week?
Rogue One Stormtrooper Black Series helmet arrived surprisingly this
cool.
week. I didn't know it was coming. The voice change is rubbish.
Right.
I think Mike mentioned that, didn't he, in the chat?
Yeah.
It's not great, but yeah, the helmet's great. It's next to my Vader one now, so.
Good stuff.
And hopefully Obi-Wan will be in tomorrow.
Obi-Wan, that actually must be a bit more excited about that after seeing the final product. So this is this the 89 2.0, Ian?
89 2.0.
Yeah.
Hopefully people can see. It's got that kind of leather feel.
Yeah, that looks
You
nice.
can do all
I
sort
can
of.
already see the drape and the silhouette is better because of that.
Yep. That looks
Yeah,
really good.
I mean it's incredible. I've kind of moved it now, but it poses, even if you have the arms out, it poses so well. But I just love how this drapes.
Yeah.
It's a completely different figure, and it's only $25.
That
That's
is
great.
not bad at all. Because the
You gotta have a
DLTs and the
drape
Jacksons
cape.
are more expensive, yeah.
Yeah, you got to have a drape cape and a wired cape. You just can't drape those wired capes. They just don't look good.
Shiny drops some knowledge every now and then. This is a fair point. I can see that too. Always thought Norman Reedus would make a good John Connor. He looks exactly like Furlong, but less pharmaceutically influenced. Yeah, man, I think that's the
see
thing.
that.
Dan says, in all seriousness, I did like Terminator Salvation. That's grand, and I don't want to meet up with you in Dublin anymore. Grand, good luck. Only messing, Dan. We can talk about it in in Dublin, and I can explain to you why you're wrong. Actually, no. Salvation is watchable as a movie. It still pales compared to Terminator 1 and 2. That's just the quality drop off. It really gets me. Did you pick up anything, Trevor?
I did. I got some good stuff this week. So the
I bet you this is Aragorn or something. The Hano.
Wolverine, which is
Wolverine, good
really
stuff.
nice, man. I'm really surprised. This is my first Hano. I didn't get the Tiger Stripe one. It's really nice. It poses really well. Really
Bit of weight to it.
the suit.
Yeah, they're fairly weighty, isn't they, Trevor?
Very weighty. Yeah, he's very heavy. Yeah. But the
You must have an exoskeleton. Adamantium, should I say.
Yeah, exactly. The seamless arms work really well, man. They look really good. I'm really, really surprised. I expected to like kind of get it and look at it and go, yeah, I'm gonna pass this on to somebody else. And then yes, the pièce de résistance.
Oh, you got the inner Aragorn.
Yeah,
interesting.
It's
how'd you find
it? Fantastic, incredible. Yeah, it looks really good. It's not even doing the camera here isn't doing it justice either. It's really, really nice.
Good stuff.
I just took them out of the box, so I don't have anything else on them. But man, I'm really, really happy with this. Yeah, it's great.
Excellent stuff. Ian, you picked up the custom cape for the 89 2.0. Anything else, or?
I think it was maybe the previous. I've not been here in 2 weeks, but I picked up. What did I pick up? What was the two? I picked up the Tony Stark Time Heist team suit.
Yeah.
Endgame, so I got that for very much cheapness. So it was something I wanted just to put in to tell the story, but I was never going to pay at retail.
Yeah.
So I got it really cheap. I've got 3 figures coming, I think, tomorrow or Wednesday. I'll talk about them next week. But again, similar thing. I've went back and got. It's something that I've wanted, but I was never paying retail for them.
Good stuff. What did I get? So, I got my first ever Vader. I do have the Return to Jedi 40 on the way. That's the one I'm more excited about for obvious reasons. This one, I was very impressed with. I gotta say, when you kind of forget it's a DX because with the whole artisan thing and what is a DX even, when you do open up that box and you take it off, and you see the foam. It kind of hits different. Plus, it's Vader, so he's got presence in it. Plus, he's a bigger figure. Like he's what, like 6'4" or something like that. He's supposed to be in real life. And then like I wasn't expecting. I knew it'd be tight putting him in the bleeding without the base, but I really wanted to incorporate that light up base. There's about 1 millimeter clearance, but I was surprised to fit in. So I just had it wired up. Not happy with there's an Ahsoka wire coming down from the top. I need to hide that a bit more strategically, but very happy with the light up base. Very happy with the swap out clean and battle damage parts. Very happy that the little box, I actually like the little box that clips onto his belt, and it has like 4 ports. 2, 1 for each side belt box, which just clip in really easily. 1 for the powers up the control panel. 1 then that powers up his lightsaber, which I'm not impressed with at all, but I was anticipating not to be. I'm going to order a Neo LED from R15 Custom for probably both Vaders. But all in all, the light up belt box, the light up chest panel, the light up base, I think this will look fantastic with the CCFL. And just barely. So if you have or are thinking about getting a Bleeding, your Vader figures will fit in with about 1 inch clearance. Or this base is quite thick. It's probably maybe a bit more than 1 inch in it. You can still, and he's pretty much standing tall. Like his legs are a bit of a. It's not the widest stance, but obviously the wider the stance, the lower his head will go. But it clears in, so it looks pretty good. I was really happy with it. And finally, nearly 2 years later, I've got my replacement INART Joker smirking sculpt.
Oh wow.
Even the Joker's clapping.
Yeah. Yeah, that's quite good. INART didn't help at all. It was all Lion Rock toys. I'm not going to explain the whole story again, but when I got back to them, it was like, yeah, look, I've received 2 copies of the normal sculpt. The smirking one's not there. And then they were like, right, we'll have to contact INART. I contacted INART. INART said, oh, just contact your person you bought it from. Grand went on to Lion Rock because it's not their fault. They didn't pack the 2 heads inside there.
Right.
They then contacted their supplier, and it was just a big rigmarole of me having to contact Lion Rock because that's who I bought it directly from.
Yeah.
Them having to contact their supplier there. I actually think, I don't think INART sorted in the end. I think Lion Rock eventually just got ahead and swapped it for the one. I don't know. They didn't confirm that, but yeah. And to be honest, there's not that much different in these sculpts. Like, I notice over his right eye, that kind of smear. That is more defining than the actual smirk. Like, I looked at Justin's unboxing. They're side by side. It's not all that different. It's more even less of the mouth, more the kind of this part of his mouth you see it in.
Yep.
And the fact that the makeup, there's 2 kind of lines of smudged makeup over his right eye. There's not that much of a difference. But look, they sorted it, so I do appreciate that. Yeah, happy days. So, yeah. All right.
Still waiting for my One Ring from. That's the same thing with INART. Like, I contacted them because the One Ring wasn't in with Gandalf, and they're like, "Well, you got to go through your distributor, where you bought it from," and that was Pop.
It's called Lord of the Rings. The ring
Wasn't in there.
is kind of important. Like,
Yeah.
that is just.
That the envelope that had all that stuff in it, the bag was just all over the place in the box. I mean, I've noticed that they've done a better job of packing things and making sure things aren't going to move, because that first one stuff was everywhere when I opened up that thing. But yeah, I still haven't gotten it. It's really annoying.
Shane, sorry, there's been a few people, I think X-Man, Keith, there's a few asking again about that cape. So,
Yep.
Can I know he's got, like, there's a business page, but this is where I have. Can you put me full screen?
Yeah.
So, but if anybody's got any issue contacting him, message me on Instagram. I'll give you the direct details.
Cool.
Good stuff.
Customer service is fantastic. When I ordered it, he shipped it that day, or time difference the following day. I got it like 3 days later. It's incredible.
Excellent stuff. X-Man saying, looks like INART be dropping the ball all over the place. I'm of the belief that their final products, when you get them and they don't have issues, are fantastic. That's my stance.
Yeah.
But they need to get faster, and they need to improve their QC.
I'm actually all right with the speed. I mean, I understand, like, yeah, I got this, and then there's still people waiting for it, and it all depends on where you get it, and sometimes who you are, or whatever. But I mean, with this stuff, like, this to me feels like custom work, and I've waited 3 or 4 years for custom pieces to come through. So, like, in that respect, it's like I don't care. But I know people who, have been ordering Hot Toys for years and feel like, a year and a half to 2 years is a long time. Get upset with it, but
yeah,
it'd be great if they could get faster. But I'm okay as long as the product's good. I don't really care.
That's fair. If you're just joining us, we've spoke about new this week. We have done the snap, and we did a few kind of predictions. Nothing too outlandish, just based on, I suppose, the fact that they have started giving us things like Han Solo, and this, and eventually the now DX46, which is a DX13 2.0, and they've teased the Jungle Hunter. That's another one that has to be coming, surely.
Yeah.
All right, Phil, do you want to pick something here? Do you feel like up to the face-off challenge, or?
Oh, good
He's
stuff.
gone.
Literally took his face off.
Yeah, he did.
think you're muted, Phil.
Sorry, I muted.
There you
Face
go.
off.
Oh, you're going for it.
Go for face off.
Excellent. Excellent. I love this. I love the bravery. All right, so we'll just get us. All right, so you can pick who you're going to challenge.
One of us need to start writing these questions so we can challenge Shane.
Next
Yeah,
week,
right?
fair enough. And I'll challenge Jose and I'll put him in his place,
Excellent.
right?
Good
You
shout.
said it.
Ooh,
I'm
good
calling
shout.
him out. And then I'm a
Damn,
bad winner.
boasting.
When I win, he's going to know about it, and I will remind him about it until he dies. Okay.
I'm hoping Trevor's mind is all fuzzy with Mythic Legion's prep at the moment, so
Son of a
I'll take Trevor.
All right. Okay. So
All right.
we'll get our music ready
embarrass
first.
myself again.
Okay. We want it atmospheric but not overbearing. Can you hear the? We're good. Okay. All right. So if you're just joining us, we have Face Off. What did I miss?
What was that? What was that?
All right. On a school night. All right. So this is where he's going to be in the zone now because he's going to be lucid. It's going to be like that Mads Mikkelsen movie about when everyone needs to be a small bit have an blood alcohol level of a certain. I'm not explaining this
flow.
very well.
Yeah.
Okay. The first question goes to Phil. Each of these gentlemen are going to get 3 questions each. First question will be, in what year did movie X release? The second question will be, who directed movie Y? And finally, the third one will be, who played character Z in movie whatever it is. Okay, Phil, your question. Question 1. In what year did the movie Beetlejuice release? He's going to say 2024. No, the first one, Phil.
I'm going to say 89.
Oh, you're so close. 1988.
Ooh, I thought it was
1988, so close. Chance to take the lead. Oh, this could be right up your alley. I think you might get lucky with this. In what
Really?
year did the movie Alien 3 release? Trevor.
Shit. Saw it in the theater too. That's gonna be 92.
That is correct. Oh! Trevor hit the back of the net with that one. He's in the lead. So we're going into round 2. Trevor leads 1-0. Phil, you might need more wine. Who directed... Phil, who directed the movie Ex Machina? If you haven't seen it, watch it, folks. It's probably worth a watch.
Oh, I know this one. I think I know this one.
I've seen the film. I got no idea who directed that. I'm going to say Zack Snyder.
Can I steal?
That is not correct. It was Alex Garland.
It's not gonna be either.
Trevor, chance to win. Who directed the movie Event Horizon?
God. I don't know. Gareth Edwards. I don't know.
Incorrect. It was Paul W.S. Anderson. Final round. Trevor still leads 1-0. Phil, who played the character Winston in the John Wick series?
It's Lovejoy, and I just can't think of his name.
It is actually Lovejoy. Yeah. Dig deep. Dig deep.
I'm going to kick myself. I can't think of his name. I know he's Lovejoy, but I just can't think of his name.
Ian McShane. Trevor, you are the winner, but do you wanna take a shot there and see if you
Sure,
can
yeah,
get
yeah,
2-0? Who played Captain Coons in Pulp Fiction?
Captain who?
Coons.
Captain Coons. Who's Captain Coons?
It's a cat. No, I'm only joking.
No, I've seen Pulp Fiction so many times. I don't. Who the hell was Captain Coons? Why can't I remember this?
You know, he's a guy.
Oh, okay. Really? Wow. I can't think of his name either. I know who you're talking. Christopher Walken.
Christopher Walken. This guy. Did you ever see the guy from what's the
Wasn't
Big
in it
Bang?
very
Do the
long.
impressions.
Yeah.
He's not bad. It was
Holy crap.
Christopher Walken. Okay, 2-0.
Wow.
That was pretty good. That's pretty
Good game, Phil. Good game. Not really. We were both
pretty
sad,
good.
but like.
2 out of 3.
Take the
These
1
questions
point
are not
win.
easy. I wouldn't get them. I set them, but I don't know the answers until
It's
I
that
look them
music,
up.
man. The music makes it harder.
That's Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Yep.
The music. So, all right. So you are the champion. So you can pick what we talk about.
Well done, Trevor.
That's not gonna last very long. Let's talk about not those other two Batmans. Let's talk about the Batman symbol there. What's behind?
Do you want to just like cut 20 minutes off the
Yes.
show and go, right, we're not
Yes.
talking about those Batman figures.
Let's talk about everything Batman
Yeah, yeah.
on here? Like
We're
all
not
at
getting
once.
them. We're not interested in them.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just like, no, I'm not. No. Grant, okay, what you want to talk about?
Let's talk about all Batman then.
Okay, you're talking about just the logo
Yeah.
on top?
Yeah, the
All
logo,
right.
everything. Let's talk about
Cool,
the
okay,
Tumblr,
okay.
whatever.
So, the Batman, right? So obviously, I think it's the 21st of September is labeled Batman Day now for some reason. I'm not going to complain because they bring back, old movies and stuff like that, Batman to the cinema and stuff. So on this Saturday, the 21st, one of the cinemas in my area are showing the entire Dark Knight trilogy for the whole day. First movie at 1. You got like a 45-minute break in between that and The Dark Knight. Then another 45-minute break between The Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises. I'll be home by midnight. Possibly going to be the greatest day of my life. Right? So, I've told Megan, I booked it. I was like, 21st, go to brunch with your friends. And then do something else, and then something else. I cannot wait. I watch the trilogy. It's my favorite trilogy. I watch it once a year because I don't want to overdo it. But this is pretty epic. I've seen them all in the cinema. They brought them back during COVID. But in the one day, I don't think I've ever watched them in the one day at home, even on DVD or Blu-ray or something. But that's what I'm doing on Saturday. Okay.
Nice.
My
I can
question
just
is...
see you walking in there with all your figures in hand. Sitting down.
Want some popcorn? Yeah.
Do they
No,
serve beer?
I'm really looking for it. No, that's not really a thing in Irish cinemas. But like, no, I wouldn't have any interest anyway because then it's like I don't want to be like getting
you'll
up
be
every
out by the
5
second
minutes
movie.
going to the bathroom.
To
pee.
No.
Shane,
One
you should
beer,
be-
one beer movie. There you go. You're all
No, I'm a purist now. I want to just be right in the moment, man.
He's not
Straight
Irish,
edge.
I know that.
Straight edge. Yeah. Not on Saturday, right? So my question is, like, say for Batman Day coming up, like, are you doing anything? Is your local cinema doing anything similar, or like, are you hoping for any particular announcements? What should they have done instead of those two things they released today or announced today?
I've got a photo to do. I know that. Kind
Oh,
of
you're doing a
collab
commemorative
with
photo
people.
for it, yeah?
Yeah, I'm in a collab with somebody, so I'm kind of tied into it now. Other than that, no. I mean, I don't know if I'd go do the. I love the Dark Knight trilogy. The only movie I think I'd do that for that at this point. I know they did Star Wars like that a few years ago around here. I'd do the Lord of the Rings, but that's 9 hours plus, so I don't know about that either. But I would try that. But no, I don't know. I don't know what else I'm going to do for Batman Day. It always skips. I always miss it every year. Like I always don't know about it. So this year I know about it, and I'm going to do a picture.
The only reason I was really I stumbled across it last year because they were showing 89. I've never seen that. And that movie is like, it's the reason, yada yada, the reason, first movie I fell in love with, the reason I'm collecting, blah, blah. But this year I actively waited for it, and I was just delighted that they were showing them all in the one day.
That's
Because
cool.
usually they show one of the movies, like, Begins or Dark Knight, whatever. This is...
Or one over a course of days or something. That's what they did with Star Wars, I think, last year. So.
Yeah. That's weird. My local cinema was doing the original trilogy for the last few weeks, so I got to see
Yeah, same. Mine.
That's cool.
the three of them. It was epic.
Nice.
Epic.
Maybe I'll
So you
open
gotta
my
appreciate
22
the little things in
Batmobile
life.
or something. That'd be a good idea.
There you go. There you go.
See if it's working.
Man, I feel I've been incredibly lucky with my INART figures. I have 3 and haven't had a single issue with any of them, knocking on wood. But you know what, man? It's probably like, it's that if it bleeds, it leads thing. Like, you know, the vast majority of people who collect aren't YouTubers or content creators. So you're not going to hear like, oh my God, I'm just going to do this big, massive video with a perfect figure. It doesn't really get as many headlines as if you show a picture of a broken head or something like that.
Yeah, the negativity.
Do you know what I mean? Like
it's
yeah, that's just the way it is. Like, but yeah, no, that's good stuff. What about yourself, Phil? Are you doing anything, or have you engaged with the Batman Day before, or noticed any of your cinema doing anything like that, or?
Sorry, Shane, what was the question again?
Where do
away
babies come from? No, don't answer that. So, like, will you be doing anything to commemorate the Batman Day VX? I know you're a talented photographer, so like, will you be doing any like photography or?
Well, I've still got the Dark Knight trilogy 4K to watch yet, so probably be stepping into that. In terms of photography, I've only got the Batfleck. I really need that DX19, and it's only a matter of time, I think.
Oh, as in like you're picking it up?
I'd like to. I haven't yet because it's between that and the Terminator, and I'm conflicted. So I don't know yet. Whether I PO or actually order the DX19, but and it doesn't seem to be shifting in price.
Cheap now.
Can you really? I was looking the other day and I thought,
really?
Just doesn't seem to be coming down.
Man,
maybe I'm looking in the wrong places.
Check out the BSTs. I'm sure you'll be able to get that a bit cheaper. Then again, I haven't seen one for a while now, to be honest. Like, yeah. Ian has a delivery. Interesting.
I know what I'd like to see is I'd like to see Zoe Kravitz Catwoman, and I'd like to see Jazz Inc. have the Selena Kyle, Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman ready to go. I don't know if they will,
yeah.
That would be cool. To go up for pre-order, that'd be cool.
Yeah, that's actually a great segue. Was it another mod case, Ian?
No, afraid not. So
okay. I can hear the disappointment.
Youngest daughter has an addiction to Amazon.
I don't think you have a leg to stand on.
I was going to say, it kind of runs in the family, right? Like, that's genetic.
Yeah. You've taught her well. She's a young Padawan. Folks, massive shout out to 3,826 subscribers. That's just like, thank you. Massively appreciated. Safe to say we're on our way to 4K. Ian's favorite number, followed by letter 4K. That's his thing. You know, I associate Ian with 4K. Shout out to the channel members. We got Figurecraft, Evil Sneaker. Actually, on top of the list, we're gonna have Trevor 16 Shooter, then Figurecraft, Evil Sneaker, Yomo, Mr. Ink, who was Danny Spotchka, and now I believe is a qualified tattoo artist. I believe. Yeah. Howard Potts, Kenneth Jacobson, Ancient Silver Fox, Jose G Hernandez, aka Sick Note, Brian Wong, The Ben Thomas Show, Eddie Money Mendez, Jim Collector, Lancelot's Nerd Corner, Thrawn's Office, who is not here with us today, but hopefully he shall return next week, and Ryan Smith, and of course, they are the troopers. We also have to shout out to Commanders. I've just recently updated this. So these are the people who have their YouTube handle displayed at the end of the content like so. New videos on the channel, unboxing review of the Deadpool Deluxe with the golden guns, which I absolutely love. You might notice as well, there's not a Lion Rock Toys symbol up there. There's no joke here, there's no story, there's no hidden background. I'm still buying from Lion Rock Toys because I have a really, really good experience with them. This particular figure, I did go with Jeremy Casa, aka Plastic Hero Collectibles. simply because when I reached out to Lion Rock, they said they weren't going to the con. There was that bit of confusion over where it was available and where it wasn't available, and originally it wasn't supposed to be coming to Sideshow, and now it's on Sideshow. You're just going to have to wait. But I got it ordered from Jeremy Casa Plastic Hero Collectibles, and then Lion Rock actually got on to me going, actually we can get it. So but then I'd already ordered it. So yes, still buying from Lion Rock, but this figure, yeah, I just absolutely love it. My thoughts on the upgrade. This is just basically 20 minutes of hype. Coming soon, really big one this Thursday, and it's 6 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, 1 p.m. East Coast, which I believe would be like 10 a.m. West Coast. So interview with Yoast, Jazz Inc. We're obviously going to be talking about the 89. We're not going to talk about the history of the company and the origins, because this is kind of like the second time I've had him on the show, and the last time I had him on the show, I think it was one of my more successful live streams. Go check it out. He very interesting guy. Goes through the history of the company, how it started, his love for collecting and Star Wars and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to be talking about the 89. We're going to be talking about the Tumblr. We're going to be talking about the Catwoman. We're going to be talking about the Aston Martin DB5. Certain someone has told me to make sure I ask him about that. And look, I'm going to take another stab at that Robocop car, but I don't think it's going to happen. Okay. Channel member giveaway on the Hope Show on Monday, the 21st of October. It's open to any channel members, troopers, and commanders. So as usual, there's a link pinned to the live chat there. If you want to become a channel member for the additional perks and stuff like that, click on it and follow the instructions. Don't have to, but it is greatly appreciated. Have to shout out Fusion Reactors, Luke Lights, and Lion Rock Toys, who have donated some very generous prizes for these. So to the 59 people watching or the people on the replay, Fusion Reactors have donated a light up kit for the Iron Man Mark III 2.0. They've also donated an LED, it's not a CCFL, different technology, same kind of effect or similar effect, Luke Skywalker lightsaber. Luke Lights have dedicated $168 of store credit. And the last but not least, Lion Rock Toys have donated a brand new inbox TMS 070 Axe Woes from the Mandalorian. So very generous. Nice. Greatly appreciated. I did actually offer to pay for half, but eventually then they were like, no, look, we're just going to give it to you. And so yeah, there we go. So yeah, open to channel members. Thank you very much if you are. So that's Monday, the Hope Show, 21st of October. Thanks to the 63 people watching and anyone watching on the replay. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Consider becoming a channel member. Okay. What do we want to talk about?
Go Tumblr.
Okay. We're really skirting around that Terminator, and I'm ready for it. But yeah, look,
I was going straight in on
saving the
Terminator.
best for last.
Okay, yeah, okay. That's I like that. So yeah, it's true, because we'll be talking about that for about 3 hours. No. Where do I have this? There was a video that Yoast put up today. I'll just let it play here on mute. So I should have it here. So I will. Not sure if I can see this. Can you see this here now? Okay. Right. So this is Yoast. He's basically, I have it muted, but he's talking through the Tumblr. Now, when he was on the show the last time, I did say, was he going to do the Tumblr? And at the time, he kind of said, you know what, Hot Toys, that's one thing they actually did quite well. Mm-hmm. So he's gone ahead now, and he said they're not 100% in this. They're putting it out to vote, this or the 97. And he says from feedback they're getting in the group, this seems more popular and it will have die-cast parts. I think this thing's going to weigh a ton, but I've got to say, I don't have much to say on this. This one's not going to be for me. I have the Hot Toys 2.0 one in the next room. I'm comfortable enough with that. I can't get Jazz Inc. for everything. It's a financial thing. And I got a good deal in that Tumblr, and that is going to scratch that itch for me. Yep. I'm happy I went with the 89 for them, and hopefully, looking forward to getting in hands and them fixing all those issues from the test batch and stuff like that. But that's a more special vehicle, I think, to me than the Tumblr is. I love the Tumblr, but not as much as the 89, so I can't go jazzing for everything. That's where I'm on with that. Does anyone want to weigh in on this? Does anyone have the Tumblr? Any thoughts?
Yeah, I feel the same way. I got the Tumblr for a good deal. Waited till one of the sales was up, and I think it's still up there. You can pick it up now. And yeah, I kept hearing people say like that was very accurate and size-wise. I mean, you know, the 89 one was a different story. There was a lot of differences and a lot of compromises that Hot Toys made to fit it in a box or whatever. So yeah, I wouldn't be interested in this for the Jazz Inc. money that it's going to cost.
Yeah, like, I mean, I don't know, will it cost the same as the 89, but I mean, it's gonna, yeah, it's
a lot of engineering there. I mean, it's gonna be up there. There's a lot of little.
Look, I like fillet steaks, and I like beef burgers. And if Hot Toys are the beef burgers, I thoroughly enjoy them. But every now and then I want a fillet steak, but I can't afford to have fillet steak every single night. So, yeah, that's my analogy there. So, Ian, are you going fillet steak or?
No, I've got the Tumblr there. I'm happy with that, how it looks. It's one of my favourite Batmobiles just because it's so different. However, I could be tempted in the camo version. I have this.
Really?
The Hot Toys 2.0 Bane, which should be coming between now and the next
Christmas.
few weeks.
Now and Christmas.
No. It's due now and
Christmas.
next month at latest. That's what they say. So please, the better.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. I really like the camo version of it, and I want that case, the two of them looking. Anyway, I would be interested in the camo. I'm never getting this one. So, but if people don't back this version, the camo's never going to take off, is it?
Yeah.
So,
He said there's the gun turret. I think it's in Dark Knight Rises. The gun turret comes up and turns, so he's gonna have that, which is pretty damn cool. So just want to go back to this. That's pretty cool.
I wish I could get him to make the Ford Falcon from Mad Max, but
licensing issue apparently. Apparently, there's some company that has separate company that has licenses for all merchandise. From
they won't let. He doesn't allow a lot of Mad Max merchandise out there. Although there's a Pop, so I don't know how Pop Funko got it, but
they have
I'd
everything.
say just do it anyway. Do it as a Ford Falcon. I mean, just like modified Ford Falcon. There's a company that's doing it as a model kit. Like, I guess those are really popular over there. And it's like $1,800 by the time you get done with it. I'm still thinking about it, but
yeah. Question for you, Ian. I was actually thinking the same thing. Joost did say that he thought the Tumblr was one of the things Hot Toys did quite well. Now, obviously, if he's going to make it, he's going to try and make it better and more accurate, because that's kind of his modus operandi, and that's his thing. If the camo Tumblr, maybe, I don't know, was it scaling? I can't say for sure, because I think, if I recall, he said the scaling was quite well done.
It's
so my point is
8% out.
8% out, really? Is that what he said?
Only 8%. So, and then your field of view, right? You could place it in a way that would look similar. Plus, it's Bane, right? Everything's bigger. Come on. It's like he's put some juice in it, and it's grown a little bit. But I'm joking. But for me, it's very little overall in the whole scheme of that. So it wouldn't bother me, but it's the way you would place it, and it would look actually okay.
Okay.
I'm defending my emotional buying decision here. So.
You don't have to justify anything to us, Ian. Nothing. Nothing.
I feel like I was at AA after I said about Layla and her Amazon purchases, and then you were saying...
No. If anyone has to be
the
at
apple
AA,
doesn't
it's
fall
Phil
far
with
from
that
the
bottle
tree.
of wine. Do you know?
yeah, Hot Toys did make the camo Tumblr, right? They did.
They did.
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
They did.
And exact same one, and it looks great. It looks great.
It's such a Hot Toys move, isn't it? Though same mold, different paint apps.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
We'll probably be seeing this one in gold pretty soon.
Speaking of gold and the moment that everyone's been waiting for, no, we're not talking about this. There's any objections from the panel? Because if you want to talk about it, we can talk about it.
See, the thing is, Shane, it might be for some people, and that's
Yeah.
great. But see, when figures come out, I don't want everything. So when something comes out, sometimes I go, yeah, I'm happy. I don't want that.
100%. Like, I'm not going to go on Facebook. I'm doing it on YouTube. I'm not going to go on Facebook and have like a big, like, long, oh my God, how dare they do this? This is insulting. They could have done, I don't know, the Dora Milaje, or they could have done,
Right.
Yeah.
XYZ, whatever, because, like, this is what they have.
Or you
And
just-
you need things that they do that you don't want, because otherwise you just go broke.
Exactly. Imagine they average, what, 2 reveals a week, or almost, or something like that. I mean, it's like, you can't keep that up year on year unless you're very fortunate. So
Yeah, the
Yeah.
I hope the thing is though, they with the Dora Milaje thing, they should make a Koye.
Yeah.
Like,
I agree.
it's
Shane.
weird that they
I'm
haven't.
I'm
to be
It is
fair,
weird. It is
it's
weird.
weird that they
blown up.
haven't.
quite blown away, and questions are being asked why.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah, and they do. In fairness, they have definitely over the last few years done a lot of characters, a lot of people of color. Like they definitely have.
Yeah.
But for some reason,
Well, they have Shuri. I mean, like, you know, they've done
multiple Don Cheadles from
Yeah.
War Machine. They've done is it Valkyrie as well? They've done Riva, but I don't know. Like it's
I think that sting is off now. I mean, there were a while there it would looked really, really bad, but I don't think
they're still trickling out endgame figures.
Yeah.
So now she probably won't be an artisan, but like if they still make her, do you know? But
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I
I
mean,
could see
that's
it.
Zoe Kravik's Catwoman too. Like, what's the deal there? I mean,
I genuinely think
is that a likeness rights thing? I don't know.
not even blind nuns with the smallest nimble fingers could craft her beauty in 6 scale. That's genuinely what I think it is. Like, we
course
saw
not,
what they
but-
tried with the third party Kivit girl or Civic girl or whatever.
Oh.
It just that didn't qualify as human, not to mention
No.
Zoe Kravitz. But do you know what? Her father, I'd imagine, is a crafty businessman.
Yeah.
And I wonder, is it actually, again, this is purely speculation. I don't have a source.
Yeah.
I'm just,
Show business family, like they know what they're doing
Yeah.
in terms of like. Getting,
yeah,
I mean,
maybe
it's probably
don't
it could be
sign-
expensive. Who knows? I don't know how those things
knows?
go on an individual basis, but it is kind of weird. And now the Penguin show's coming out or is out. And where's that figure? That'd be a great figure to have. I'd take that too.
Yeah.
But surely though, I'm thinking about the other side on marketing and that if an actor can say, oh, somebody's made this real life looking toy of me, blah blah blah, and it somehow there's little bits that elevate your position in terms of discussing commercial aspects. If you've not done it before, there's not a precedent. So
Yeah. And you're making money from it. It's not like you're not going to get anything from that. You're going to get a royalty from it. So, like,
exactly, yeah.
it's weird.
Yeah. How excited are you about this, though? Come on.
Not
One of
much.
the greatest movies
Eh.
ever made. A movie that, like, pushed together not only storytelling, cinema, science fiction, but CGI. Like, it's...
Did.
Come on. Like they took the DX13. Like, the DX13 is a figure that's old but still holds up. You don't need. I'm conscious Dan's there. If you have the DX13 in your head in your collection and you're a Fairweather fan, And again, that's not me gatekeeping. That's just like, if you're like, yeah, I like Terminator, it's just, yeah.
Yeah,
You probably don't
representative.
need this. Yeah, exactly. But if you're like a diehard Terminator fan and you're kind of, I think they've done more than enough here.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the DX10 was leather. The DX13 behind me, it's not pleather. I don't think it's pleather. It's more of a plasticky material. The belt is pleather, and they flake notoriously. But the feeling of the pants on this and both of the jackets, because one has full sleeves and one has a ripped off left arm, that is actually, it's more of a plasticky material. And I think there's actually a myth of the flaking and stuff like that. I don't know. I bought mine new, but it was in the box. Then I opened it, like it had been sitting in the box for whatever, bones of a decade. When I opened it, I was like, this is actually fine. It's more of a plasticky material. It's not actually pleather. And I noticed when I got it, because the belt did disintegrate, and I had to get a 1/6 scale like custom leather belt for it. But let's just look at this, right? The original version of DX13, $315. This, the DX46, it has the leather coat, two leather coats, leather pants. It has that base which lights up. You've got it's not a rocket launcher, it's a tear gas launcher. I just have to go through this because I was screaming at some screams when I was watching this. So, look, I think people are saying that this is the rocket launcher. This is the tear gas canister launcher. I don't know the exact model of this. I think even the description might be wrong in this. This comes with a pistol. It comes with the assault rifle. I think it's an M16. Again, I'm not a gun expert. The bandolier around his front, they are the grenades, I believe, that fit into the grenade launcher. And this thing here, this did actually come with the DX13, whereas this thing on the screen now did not. If you remember the movie, he takes out the minigun that comes with the DX10. He stands on the top of that. I think he kicks a table out, smashes, and he shoots. That's the famous scene with the minigun.
Yep.
After he takes out this grenade launcher and uses the grenades around the bandolier over his chest to start blowing up some of the different cars. And then this gun here, this launches canisters of tear gas. Now, you can fact check me in the chat if I'm wrong on any of that, because I remember there's a specific part in this where he's in the lobby and he shoots one of the cops in the back with this. And even though it's a tear gas canister launcher, it's still like, he felt it, you know what I mean? So this thing on the screen, this gun didn't come with the DX13. The only thing that the DX13 came with, really, that this will not come with, is that I don't think it's that great, that T-1000 melted Oscar looking thing. It's from the scene where he punches it and he molds around him, so it looks like a silver melted Oscar. I've never used it, but that comes with the DX13, doesn't come with this. But this real leather, you've got I don't know the name of this gun, I should really look this up, but it's the tear gas canisters, I believe. Improved paint applications, a fantastic base, LED light up function. You already know what I'm going to say. The only drawback to this,
it's the eye. It's the eye.
Yeah, they should have done that LED. So I'm getting 7 of these. No, I'm just.
This is a new sculpt too, I believe, right?
Yeah.
I don't think so, guys. I've been looking at this.
I'm pretty sure it is. Like, I've seen some comparisons side by side, and it's different.
Yeah.
I think it's the hair is more detailed and the paint apps are better, guys. I don't know. I could be wrong, but from my own experience with the DX13 and looking at this, it seems to be the same base sculpt, but they've improved the hair, but more texture. The hair is definitely better. And I think, I don't know, it's very simple. I can't tell, to be honest. I can't tell. It looks better, but I can't tell if it's just paint applications and hair. Or, you reckon it's a new sculpt?
Yeah.
So can I say, for everybody watching this, when Shane says, I think, or that, what he's meaning is, I know, because he's like, he's like top tier Terminator. This is his thing. He's up there. He's been modest. When you say, I think it's this, but
I
you know.
actually am being modest. I don't know. I've already heard people call the DX13 a poor cousin, but it's
it's definitely not a poor cousin. It's really not. I was actually, Shane, see when they showed, what was it, 2 months ago,
yeah.
and they showed, and we were in our group chat and thought, oh, it's a reissue. That's how good this, what is it, 10, 12 years old figure that is.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably the best figure that Hot Toys have done to stand up to the test of time, in my opinion.
I would agree. It's up there. So Jordan Skinner, you're correct. The DX13 jacket and paints are PVC. The belt is pleather. Yeah, that's the thing, because I've heard a lot of people saying that, oh, you know, the DX10 was real leather and this new DX46 is real leather, but the DX13 is pleather. It's not pleather. The belt, when I got it out of the box, had effectively disintegrated, but the rest of it was fine. So it was like, they didn't even feel the same. So I was like, is this the same? And then from looking at multiple reviews and stuff like that, what I got was that it was some sort of plastic. Now, I'd already sourced a 1/6 scale leather belt. The only thing is, the belt is supposed to be like a greyish black, but the one I got was like, it's like a brown. But I'm hoping the belt on this is going to be leather, you know. So I'm just going to go through a few of these things here, and then I'll show that thing that you shared. Trevor.
Okay.
So, Dan, the only difference between this and the DX13 is the gas launcher and the... Come on now, Dan. The leather clothing, get out of town. When Dan, I messaged Dan on this, and he was like, he put up something like, this looks great, but I'm comfortable with DX13, I don't need it. And I messaged him, and I was like, in Dublin, I shall explain to you why you're wrong and why you do. So that's the first thing we're going to do, right? We're going to adjust this. PVC holds up perfectly fine, minus the belt. I bought a leather belt. Yeah, I did the same thing, Jordan. You're not wrong. You're correct. I watched the film today. Still can't pronounce it. The statue, Dutch could be on the way. Could be. Martin K reckons it's a new paint job and the same sculpt. So the lips and eyes are a bit more HD in the new sculpt. That could be just paint apps. I definitely think the head sculpt is better. But
it's wrinkles. It's where the cuts are on the face. Like if you look at it side by side, you can see it.
I'll show that now. Tyria, is the swap out arm on the DX13 seamless? It can't be seamless if it's a swap out arm. Is the swap out arm on the DX13 seamless? It can't be seamless if it's a swap out arm. It disconnects from the elbow. And that was one of the breaking issues. One of the most often you'll see a DX13 for a decent deal and it will say, figure's fine, but it has the broken elbow issue. Because from swap out there's the full arm, and then you can disconnect that, take off the normal jacket, put on the jacket with the ripped off arm, and then clip in the heavily battle damaged arm, which just has bits of metal and stuff like that. But when people pop those arms out, they broke them often. Is the swap out arm on the DX13 seamless? I'm not sure what you mean, Tyria. No, the elbow joint, I mean, it can't be seamless though for the swap out. It connects in and you.
Well,
can
they could have a
joint
ball
out.
joint in there if it's seamless though. If he's talking about the new one, like I'm not sure, but I haven't looked into it.
It's like, I remember there's like a part like this, and it connects on like that. You can see a joint there, but you're never going to see it because you're going to have the coat on, unless you're displaying it with the just a grey t-shirt possibly. Yeah, so I'm going to share this. You wanted to have a look at this?
Yeah, so I mean, if you look at just even the scarring, it's complete. Look at the wrinkles around the eye, and even this scar here, compared to this, and the pattern of the scars on the head, like it's a completely different skull.
Downturn and the lips of the mouth as well look different.
Exactly, yeah. He's got that scowling look here, and he's got more of just a
Fair.
stoic look.
Fair. I was about to say this could be lighting, but it wouldn't really be lighting with the mouth. Yeah, okay, that's fair. I stand corrected.
This
the
one
hair
too,
definitely
like
looks
you
better.
can see the cuts are completely different. The mouth downturned on this one as well. Brow is a little different. Even the hairline's a little different here. It's a much better
No,
sculpt. It's really, really good. It's really good.
Okay, Trevor, I'm sold.
Well, you were
I'm
sold
gonna-
anyway.
Oh, I was. But he had me at
Selling you
hello.
on anything.
Yeah. It's just this. These are the things that I'm never going to turn that. And I don't like. Look, there's part of me kind of going. Look, space is always the demon that you wrestle with in the 6 scale game. Like you're only maybe 2 weeks or a month away from your next paycheck, but space is finite, and I don't want everything. I'm not a completionist, and so it's like, what do I do with my DX13? This is going to be better. I don't need the two of them. I know people say, well, you could pose one heavily battle damage and one with a regular battle damage. It's like, yeah, or I could buy two of the new ones and sell this off. For the DX13, I'm not comfortable not having a DX13 for the next 18 months. Do you know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
although I work backwards, I got a decent deal. I paid over retail. I didn't pay $315. I paid maybe around $400, which wasn't bad. They've gone for silly prices on eBay, north of $500. I've seen them buy it now for like $800 at certain points in time. So like, if I sell it at the time this released for $200, the $200 that I would have lost was effectively the $200 that I paid to have it in my collection for what, 2 or 3 years. Doesn't even work out at what, 50 cents a day or something like that. It's yeah, that's, I'm not going to complain about this. They're never on a long enough timeline. Everything gets 2.0'd.
Yeah.
If I make t-shirts, that's going to be what it's going to say underneath it. Yeah.
And unless it's
You're right.
something like extremely obscure these days, like everything gets made. Like I've spent some money on some customs that are now being put out there for, including the Joker, from INART, that are being put out there for a third of the price. So I'm kind of done with that world, because that happens to be the case almost every time.
Mm-hmm.
Do you mind if we just go through these photos properly? This is the one I want to give a bit of attention to. So, Terminator 2 Judgment Day 6-scale T-800 Battle Damage version 2.0 collectible figures. As an all-time classic and cultural phenomenon among movie fans, the Terminator franchise continues to offer fans insights on the perception of the future and AI through heart-pounding scenes, coining its enduring impact on the science fiction genre. Today, Hot Toys is excited to revisit Terminator 2 Judgment Day and presents to fans 1/6-scale T-800 Battle Damage version 2.0. So the faithfully crafted Battle Damage version of the 6-scale T-800 figure features a newly developed head sculpt with separate rolling eyeball. I love it, it's just eyeball. As well as additional heavy damage battle damage head sculpt featuring or revealing endoskeleton with an LED light up right eye. They really should have made that USB. That is my criticism of this. Meticulously tailored costume featuring jackets made in genuine leather, a battle damage version, and an additional one that is tattered the left sleeve, and a pair of pants also in genuine leather. I was worried when I saw the announcement that just the jackets would be leather and the pants wouldn't. And a grey printed tee. Weapons including a machine gun. That must be I think it's an M16 assault rifle. I'm not entirely sure. Then it says a rifle. There's some mistakes here, because the grenade launcher is not a rifle, really. I don't think.
Yeah, I think
the
that's
pistol,
a language
fair
thing.
enough. Yeah, it is. That's a language barrier. So what they actually has is the pistol, the grenade launcher, which is the thing he's holding on this little picture on the left, the machine gun. I think it's an M16. Someone in the chat surely let me know what it is. And then you have it's the tear gas canister launcher. I know that's not what it's called, but the thing that launched the tear gas. So yeah, like this. Yeah, I'm in on this one, if not two. Ian, are you keen?
Yes, very much so. I've not pre-ordered it yet. I'm very much watching my pre-orders just now, but this is 100% coming home. Like,
Does he not come with sunglasses?
No, and I can address that as well. I heard people complaining about that. Again, fact check me if I'm. Where's Jose when you need him? I believe.
But
This is a cool fact, right? So In Terminator, he starts off with no glasses. And then when he damages his eye, he puts on the glasses. And the glasses serve to almost dehumanize him. But in T2, he starts off with the glasses. Give me your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle. Remember? And he gets the glasses. And then I think it's in, when he's rescuing Sarah Connor, I think the woman hits him. The glasses, I think they crack or fall off. And I think that's the last time he wears them. So he starts off with the glasses. He did have them on. But he starts off with the glasses. They get knocked off his head. And then for the rest of the movie, he doesn't have the glasses. He's more human. So he didn't actually have them for all of these scenes. Plus, what are they going to do?
But what are they going to do? What do you mean? Oh, well, yeah.
They're going to do the clean version. They're going to include the
Sure.
glasses and the minigun with
Yeah.
that. And
Yeah, maybe.
so
Maybe that's what
I
it
can
is.
excuse the lack of glasses because he didn't. Seems to be based on the latter half of the movie. He's already battle damaged. He receives a lot of battle damage. The initial battle damage when he's walking. He says something to them like, I think he literally says, "I'll be back. Stay here, I'll be back," or something like that. And to John and Sarah, he walks out to the front of the lobby to get the van. And on his walk, he gets shot on the face and stuff like that. And that's where he starts getting initial battle damage. Can you remember that?
Yes. Yep.
So I think it's from like, Miles Dyson, Cyberdyne onwards that this figure is based on.
Okay.
So they're going to give you the glasses with the clean version that EXE showed, I believe,
Probably. Yep.
Ah, man, this movie, I got to see Terminator a few weeks ago in the cinema, and the same night, I didn't realize, but a cinema half an hour down the road, the cinema that's showing the Dark Knight trilogy, actually, they were showing back-to-back T1 and T2. And I'd never seen T2 in the cinema, but thank you, figured out an M4 assault rifle. Thank you, I do appreciate that. Not an M16. M16 I think is a shorter one. I'm not a real gun guy.
So real quick, Thomas is saying that photo is the prototype of the DX13, and that is true. He said the final release was improved, but even so, the new one does seem to be a slightly different sculpt. But I got a picture up of an actual review of the DX13, and I don't even know if it's improved from the prototype. It's okay, but it's still not this sculpt. It's definitely a different sculpt.
Oh, sorry. I get what you're saying. He was saying that the photo you were comparing this to,
Right.
you were comparing it to the prototype of the DX13 and not the release.
Right. But I've got a picture of the release up, and it looks the same,
I've got
if not a little weaker than, honestly, than the prototype in some
Well,
ways. But it may just be
like,
the lighting in that, because that's somebody's picture that they took in their cabinet or whatever. But
isn't it an absolute testament to how good the DX13 was that it was still that good, and we're wondering if this is a new sculpt or an old sculpt, because they pretty much nailed the likeness with the DX13. There's no question who that is. You know what I mean? It's
the likeness is definitely there. I think the likeness is improved, and obviously the paint. I mean, the paint is the thing that back in the day was the thing that kind of dated these things. But
it's funny. We've got 77 watching. It's like people knew they're talking about Terminator, and I appreciate it because, if I don't know something, I'm just going to go, I don't know. And I love this. The tear gas launcher is called a Hawk MM1. I love that. The explosive grenade launcher that has come with the Terminator figures, that's the M79. I actually did know that because in my review of the DX13, I remember looking it up and putting M79, but it didn't have the Hawk MM1. Thank you. And this is the point that figured out based on the third act of the movie. Yeah, they'll definitely do a clean one. Watch them put too much texture on the shirt. That's another thing. That's why I'm not rushing out to sell the DX13. What happens if this gets Keatoned? No, seriously. What happens
That's a
if they're
verb now?
What happens if this comes out and the body is noticeably too skinny, or you can't articulate the body as good because of the leather, or the head sculpt, there's something just the likeness to Arnie takes a step back. Do you know what I mean? Because there's probably people out there who have the DX09, have a custom Jackson cape on it, sitting there going, this is fine, but I want to see how this 2.0, and they're probably going, no, I'm good. And I have the 2.0 on order.
Yeah. I don't, unless, except for paint, I can't see this being, deteriorating from the prototype to the final. I mean, we're getting less and less of that stuff, except for Keaton Batman lately. A couple of head sculpts here and there, but
this is one I'm really. I was emotionally invested in the '89. This is one I'm really emotionally invested in. I'm not a religious. I'm not a religious man, but Cameron, James Cameron, if you're up there, you need to make sure that this turns out good. Okay, this needs to be good. Phil, could you be tempted?
Fantastic looking.
Yeah, it's incredible. Absolutely incredible. Even if they were to release a clean version, this would be the one that I would pick up. Like Ian, I haven't PO'd it yet. And I'm slightly conflicted because I don't really have anywhere for him to go. Those new IKEA sort of single figure displays are an option because I have ordered or pre-ordered the Jack Sparrow. So now I'm thinking of movie masterpieces, maybe like you've got, in a separate display. But I haven't PO'd it yet. But yeah, I think without a doubt this is going to come home. It's incredible.
Yeah, this is just like, I don't know. I could just chat about this for hours. But
I want to know what your left arm's doing.
Huh?
We spent way too
long.
On
that note, folks. Yeah.
Moist.
On that, folks. Yeah. Jesus Christ. Why do I hang around you? Why do I hang around you? All right, folks.
I have to lower the tone. I'm sorry.
I'm getting out of here. The kids are out of control. All right, guys. Thanks very much for giving up your time. And this is, look, this is a massive win. If I could deal with all the stuff they dropped today, the stuff that we don't really want, if every now and then they give us something like this.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I just want to show this though. This, whatever light this in, this doesn't.
Yeah.
It's not serving the DX13 very well, to be honest.
No, I think the lighting is bad here. But I was even going to look like at the structure of the jacket. I think the structure of the jacket is even better, unless he just doesn't have this fully, futzed. But even the shoulders just look better on the new one.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is the terrible lighting on this thing. But yeah.
Cool. Anyone have anything they want to plug or something like that before we get out of here?
I got. I know this is not for this group, but I got Legions Lounge tonight on my channel for Mythic Legions. And we're doing a road to Legions Con. Robo, who you might know, is going to be a guest. So
I noticed that. On your screen grab. Yeah.
So that should be fun.
Pardon my ignorance. Who's Robo?
Yeah, I know.
Foosh. The Foosh. Remember the Foosh, Shane?
Yeah, the Foosh.
The what?
Channel? The Foosh channel.
The Foosh. No. It's weird, like the 6-scale community. I cross all communities, man, and the 6-scale community is just like, who are these people? What? D amazing.
He's almost as good as you, Shane. Not quite.
All right. Okay. The bar must be low. So
we've got we recently did a collaboration, a few photographers for Darth Maul. The same community of collectors is doing something similar in memory of James Earl Jones. Mandy Burton's involved with that one, and Marina Canty organised the last one. Bless her. So I think that's something that's being released on the 30th of September. So there'll be a few Darth Vader collaborations for that on Instagram. Keep an eye out.
Brilliant. Nice. Ian, are you on tour this week? Or are you in Scotland or?
No, I'm in sunny Scotland all this week, all this month actually. So no, I'm not. Thank you, Stanley. I don't know what, but no, I'm not. Not traveling.
So. We have a new guest.
We do. She's been to the vets today because.
Is that your new cat?
Is it the new cat? No, she's 14.
Oh, Oh, right. No,
She's
sorry.
all
I
girl.
think it was Alan, Six Scale Gallery, got a cat recently.
Oh, right, okay.
But, sorry, Ian, what were you saying?
No, I'm sorry, I'm reading messages. If it was Stanley, no, I'm not travelling. Maybe next month. Switzerland. I think I'm going to Switzerland. So,
Good
but
stuff.
nothing exciting. It's just work.
Cool. Folks, thanks very much. And she'll see you next week. Thanks, William. See ya.